Welcome back to another day in the life. Today we've got CVC going on. We are hopeful for a seer, but yet again she eludes us. We do have a 4-star Wither, which would be kind of cool, and the Necrit 3-star would actually be really nice. So I wonder if we're a little bit of a ways off, so won't be able to get that one. I do kind of want to pull my soul stones though, so I might wait till tomorrow to do it though. I definitely want the seer so that I can finally use up my tier 2 essence, and then I'm not sure if I want to save up for PvP or PvE champs, but if I do, it's gonna be pretty expensive, so need to kind of wait as long as I can. So we ended up finishing the week's worth of quests, so we have an ancient shard waiting for us, and we have CVC starting. I have not that many points right now, just 29k. I booked up Anchorite earlier today, so I'm gonna try him out on some Brutal Hydra stuff. I didn't realize he really only needs 3 books, which is pretty crazy. So he's only got like 7 books total, so definitely a very few book type champion, which is really nice, and then his skills are pretty awesome, so I think he'll be pretty decent to try with a team. Might try him in a provoke set. I'm gonna try him in the counterattack Hydra team that I have, so I'm excited for that. We have a bunch of arena battles that we need to do because we have a bunch of those going out. I did my crypts today. The Knights Revenant was taking me forever, and I decided I had Shemnath already, and she wasn't built. I had built her previously, but I decided to build her up again, and the build's pretty decent. I just wanted enough HP and defense so that she could take like 1 or 2 hits, and then crit rate and crit damage as much as I could, and enough accuracy so that I can strip the Valks on the second wave for the boss. So the runs went from like 17 minutes to 6, which is really cool, and I am missing the cooldowns and then all of the books in the A1. So pretty cool champion. I'm not sure if she's necessarily the best nuker. I know the multipliers are pretty good. And it'd be kind of cool to do a showcase eventually when I get these 3 books into her. I might try it. I think for Live Arena could be an interesting champion because the passive gives the accuracy of 10 for each buff on the enemy, and then increases the crit damage by 5% for each debuff, and that stacks up to 100%. So could be an interesting champion to bring in if you had a really high accuracy on her, but I'm not sure exactly. I think she's too much of a hybrid for anything really good. So that's that. I picked up my clan quests as well, so I've got the increased defense for Tag Arena, and then upgrade an epic champion skills all the way. So I saved Anchorite for that. I just need 1 more book, so we do that, we get the quest done, he gets all the healing he needs, and we're looking solid on that. We do have a void in the shop, and I'm pretty tempted to grab it. I might actually end up getting that. So I'm gonna grab my Killstroke stuff first, grab the void, even though it's necessarily not the best thing to get as far as clan stuff goes, or clan coins, but I love voids and I want more, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, let's check out how Clan Boss was for us. We did end up hitting all of the ones that we could yesterday, which is nice, and our keys are fully stacked right now. So we need to run 1 on at least hard. So far, nothing crazy. We did get the gems, which is always a nice sight, but hopefully we get a void or 2 and maybe a sacred to help us restock our sacreds. Oof, nothing great. A epic book and a couple more gems. An ancient, which I guess isn't the worst, and a void. So not the best, but not the worst either. I'll keep these gloves just because they're defense with HP percentage. Accuracy is not the worst thing. Crit damage isn't great though. So yeah, we'll keep that. Let me run my hard key just because it's my fastest, and then I'll be right back. All right, that was an easy key. Just need to figure out what button is end battle and which one's continue. But yeah, we're looking good. I really need to get my Cardiel and all of my other champs out of my clan boss, so that way I can start using them in other content. But it's kind of like a luxury of having them in the one key team and not having to worry about not getting the one key in Ultra Nightmare. So yeah, we are pretty solid on that. I have a video coming out later today. I finally got around to it, but I did a couple keys on Hydra. Where is this team? So this team I ran for my counterattack for Nightmare team, and it went well. I ended the run right after I noticed that I had the one key, so it was really nice. Completely full auto, which is fantastic. And obviously Krisk and Tuhanarok aren't really accessible champions, but the team went really well. I showcased a couple other counterattack champions in the video that's coming out today, and I kind of compared Oella and Nekmothar in counterattack teams to kind of showcase how she really brings a lot of extra stuff to the team. And then this team I ran, again, completely full auto, which was really nice, and Sissia and Husk just kind of putting in the work. So that was great. And one thing that I keep forgetting, like last week and this week, was I used pretty much all of my provokers on my Nightmare and Brutal teams. Like, I didn't need to come in with Uko on this team. I probably could have just brought in a Ugo or someone else that places block buffs. So I probably would have been fine with that. But because I used him, he's in the taunting set, so I don't have someone for hard. So I might have to manual my team. I was looking at something like this, and the Sham helps me get back to Husk's A1, and hopefully he can land his provoke on the Head of Decay. So kind of a weird situation I got going on, but I can easily get the one key on normal. And then I was getting like 15 mil on hard. I just, I only ran a couple runs and I didn't try too many champions. So yeah, that's how that is looking. I'm also super close to getting enough for the Sacred here. I ended up buying the rank and rarity charms because the accessories were also ready. So I figured I'd get all of that stuff, and then today I'll have plenty of time to go in, get my tag arena battles done, and get the last bit for the Sacred Shard. But yeah, I wanted to pull my Michinaki and Walking Tomb Drang today, so I don't even have space for both of them, so I'm just gonna free up a slot really quick. And I think I can just do this. Boom. And I'd love to pull out Supreme Alhaine in the near future, but I don't know if she's coming out because I don't have the books for her. And I think Michinaki is probably going to be one of my book priorities soon. He'll go into my Hydra teams. That was kind of funny. His little ball or his head and chain thing that he has was like way over there. But yeah, so he'll probably be my next champion that I book up. I need 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 total if I'm unlucky, and then I probably would skip the books here if I manage to land them all in the A2 and A3, and then see how he does. I think with the counterattacks as well as the passive, he'll probably place HP burn all the time anyway. So super stoked that we got him, and then I also want to pull out Drang. He'll be great for my Ice Golem team. I'm gonna get him up to 60. I'll probably end up getting masteries on him. I don't know if I'll book him though, because I think without books I can still have him do the job I need. And I'll try a team with I'll try a couple teams, but the team that I'm thinking of to start out to see how it does will be Drang along with my Riho, because she's in the Frenzy set and she's got good speed and all that stuff. I think she'll come in. She'll be really solid with the A3, which will remove the buffs. It's kind of like what we have for, where is she? For Elva, as far as the cleanse and block debuffs, but we get the big heal from the Riho instead of the increased speed. And then I think kind of the difference is like Elva comes in and she'll work really well with just Drang, but I want to also try and bring in this guy, Tyrant, because he has the 5-star Brimstone, which has a 60% chance and it'll be protected. So I'm gonna try him. I need to put the chest piece back on him. I don't know who I gave it to or what, but yeah, so I'm probably gonna try him out and see how that goes. I think, did I give it? Might have given it to Supreme Kale, so might have to come back off of Supreme Kale. Yeah, I think that's who stole it. So pretty unfortunate, because I was actually really liking the build that I have Supreme Kale in right now. And yeah, I don't have anything else that's like super great. This would be pretty decent, but it's accuracy, and I really need the extra HP on him. So that's going to come off of him, and then he'll get 70k HP, 2.5k defense, over that 250 speed, and then he'll have decent resistance to help resist in case we don't have the cleanse and block debuffs, but he'll also have the accuracy we need. So that'll be pretty cool. His masteries aren't even done yet, so he's looking pretty decent. And then with Drang, I think between him and Drang and Riho, they should be able to keep up their health and keep a bunch of HP burns up. Even though he's not booked, I think between him and Drang being unbooked, with all of the stuff that we have going on, like the less damage from the HP burns with Tyrant, all that should come in to play. It should work pretty well where the 3 of them are able to take down the boss pretty quick. And then my other 2 slots would be for Kymar and Seer. And I think with the Ally Protect increased defense from him, as well as the Riho block debuffs on all of us, I think we should be able to come in and place enough buffs so that Seer can just one-shot the wave. For the first wave, Kymar comes in, resets, and I think we can hit the second wave too. So that would be really nice. Hopefully find a team that's pretty consistent and is able to do it in about 2:30 as far as time. So yeah, that's what we've got going on. The fusion prep has been going well. Been making sure to, pull my 20 mysteries a day. And we got tomorrow, and then I think the fusion starts on Thursday. And I'm pretty sure too, a bunch of content creators are going to come out with videos today talking about the new fusion. As far as my thoughts on him, I think he'll be pretty good, but I wouldn't say, like, if you're like a mid-game account and you're kind of on the fence, I don't really think you should go for him if you're going to be draining a lot of your shards, because at the end of the day, this is kind of like the premium currency that we have for the fusion and fragment events. But I don't know, there's nowhere immediately that he stands out for me being top tier, but I think the passive is something that could come into play later on, where I was kind of saying, like, with him being able to have such high speed, I need to see, I don't know exactly how much speed do you get from increased speed. So it's 30%. So with pretty high speed, if I think he was running about 300 speed with his passive and everything else, he could get fast enough where I think he could go twice before the hard Fire Knight boss, which I don't know that necessarily there's a great use for that. But if they ever came out with a gear set that gave you a percentage chance of placing freeze on your attacks, I think that's where it would come into play, where like he could be really good for hard Fire Knight or something like that. So that's kind of my thoughts on that and where I think he could be useful as far as late game content. But otherwise, I don't know that he'll necessarily get used by anyone else. I'm also chilling on the artifact enhancement. I don't think I want to go any further because I only have 13 mil silver. And the Fire Knight tournament came out. I think I'm going to go for it. I think between the tier 2 essence, getting 5 of those is pretty nice. And then the ancient shard, which I think it's like, I don't know how many gems it equates to, but it's probably at least 40. So I can do all of that stuff. The immunity set's not super important for me. And it looks like a bunch of people are pushing this, but I could go in. I could make a pretty easy team for Fire Knight normal for this. So I think, I forget what is it Corrupted Alliance that it is? Yeah, Corrupted Alliance. So let me try and make a team really quick. I think it should be pretty easy for me. I'll just go in on 20 to start out. Let me see. So I'll go in, sort by faction, so that way I don't accidentally choose someone that I think is, but isn't. And I think it starts here, so we need Kymar for the resets. I don't know if there's anyone here that would be super great. And here is kind of the champions we're looking for. So we want Lydia instead of Ghostborn, yeah. Seer is not part of them, which kind of stinks. But we can bring in our 2 Cold Hearts, which will help us quite a bit with the boss, taking him down. I think as far as speed, who would we bring in? Maybe even Candy and then Kymar. And none of them have an aura that matters. So we'd go in, we'd open with this, prioritize this. I'll have both of them open with the Art of Pain, and then on the second wave, they won't use it. I don't care if they use it on the first wave. And then I'm not going to set their AI for this, but I don't want them to use the A2. Candy will come in. We'll have him prioritize his AoE hit, I think. And then don't use open with that, and then prioritize that. I think that should be enough. Let's try it out really quick and see how it does. I think the decreased defense and weaken, along with the A2 from the Cold Hearts and Candy's nuke, should potentially give us enough damage to take all the waves out. But we'll see. Not quite. Almost. Boom. The reset is really nice. Yeah, it's kind of funny. My Cold Heart, I feel like, does just as much damage as my Candy. Oh, did I not? I might not have set her thing up properly, but oh well. And then I gotta set Lydia so that she doesn't use that move into the shield. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah, if I can just change up the presets a little bit, the team should be fine. Be a sub 1 minute team at least. And then I can just get all the rewards for it. Sell that. Let me... I'm very curious, like, Candy doesn't really feel like he does that much. Whoops, this is on the first wave, so do that. Open that. Okay, sweet. Now that's good. I'll have her open up with this, so that way she's not using her decreased defense and weaken. Alright, let me see if I have any other champions that can come in and give us a pretty good nuke. I think Candy is our best bet. Yeah, if I had Miranix built up, she'd probably be pretty decent, but I think Candy is the way to go. I would be interested to see if you opened with the Perfect Veil, if that would help or not, but I don't think it would. Have him open with that, and then I don't think I want him using that. I don't even know if I want him using that either, so... Alright, let's see if it's a little bit faster, because I changed up some of the presets. And yeah, I'm pretty positive that Candy's attack aura is for arena only. I might be wrong. So we land the decreased defense and weaken on everyone. And yeah, the Cold Heart's probably... Okay, sweet. I thought the other Cold Heart was going to take down the other guy, but it didn't matter. I wonder... Man, I wish I had someone else that did a little bit more damage than my Candy. Oh, shoot. I had her open up with the A3, but because it wasn't ready, she used her other ability. Shoot. So, yeah, I'll just have her prioritize not using, or have her not use her A2 on the second wave. Not that I think it really matters, but cool. So, yeah, that team will crush the tournament. Might not be the best as far as gear that I'm going to get from it, but hitting stage 20 that quickly is pretty awesome. And then I saw Tyraku had a duo team as well, using Allure and Dark Kale, which would be kind of cool, but you need to have them both in regen, and my Dark Kale right now I think is just in Perception and stuff like that. Wherever he is. Yeah, so he's just got Perception and stuff on, so he wouldn't live. And then I think Allure needs it too, but mine's not built like that. So yeah, that's what we've got going on today. I'm now sitting at 94k, which is good. I'm gonna rank and do all the stuff for probably, I think Drang is going to be the first one that I prioritize, because I can immediately slot him into the Ice Golem team. So we'll book him out, or build him out, not book him out, and test him out in some pretty solid regen, and then hopefully he works. If not, we'll try something else. But yeah, that's all we've got going on today. Just a bunch of CVC stuff. Looking pretty solid for the fusion, and hoping that I can get some more sacred shards between now and then. But that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.